Elon Musk is backing the coin. Let's go!
This guy became an overnight millionaire from a meme coin.
So it hits 1 million, and as soon as I cross over 1 million, I'm looking on my phone and I'm like, oh my God, today is the day that I become a millionaire. Like, it's today. It's today.
This is not going to happen for a majority of people watching this, but what it should do is open your eyes when it comes to the whole world of cryptocurrency. I've been into stocks for a while, but I first heard about Bitcoin when a guy in a gym asked if he could pay for PT sessions in Bitcoin back in 2017. To which I replied, what the f is Bitcoin? I ended up buying £42 worth of Bitcoin after hearing this from this guy, not doing any research and not even remembering what the guy's name was. He's probably living his best life right now. Maybe you work a 9 to 5 or maybe you own your own business, but we all know at this point that savers are losers. And don't get me wrong, we talk a lot about personal finance on this channel, and I definitely think you should be saving a portion of your income, but I think getting into the habit of investing as early as possible is going to be hugely beneficial for you. At the moment, I put most of my money into stocks and shares, but I do set aside a certain amount of money for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm not going to go off onto a tangent when it comes to these altcoins, because I really don't want to recommend an altcoin or something like that and you invest money into it and you lose money. Like, that's not what this channel is about at all. But what I will say is do your own research when it comes to this. There is a lot of coins that are like 100x in, 200x in. Here are a few apps I would recommend using to get started when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency. Number one is Coinbase. Now, this is one of the first places I held Bitcoin. For me, it's just very user friendly, and if you're watching this and you're a total beginner, it's one of the places I would suggest like looking into, simply because, like I said, it's very user friendly. Maybe you're just going to do this as a way to invest a small portion of your income. It's just beginner friendly, it's easy to use, it's very simple. So Coinbase for me, very, very easy, beginner friendly, check it out. Number two is Binance. Now, this is where I've moved a majority of my crypto holdings that I'm using for like day trading and just trading in general. I've invited my friend Dan onto the channel to walk you through how to put your first trade on Binance, and I told him to treat me like a complete beginner to truly help you guys watching this at home.
So let's go back to 2 weeks ago when I spoke to Dan.
From like a beginner's point of view, the like Coinbase is more of like the safer options, if you like, because they're going to be the coins that you're not going to drastically lose money, but you're also not going to drastically make money, right?
Yeah, true. You can still flip a load of money in it. Like, literally, I started on Coinbase, and I'm pretty sure you did anyway. It's just because it's simple. You literally just put in your bank DLs, straight purchase whatever coin you want, pretty much, and you're good to go. Yeah, you can't really trade other coins or something else. It gets a bit tough, really. If you're looking for some like big gains, then yeah, move to Binance, KuCoin. I think FTX is pretty good.
Just to give everyone watching like a bit of context as well, like one of the main reasons, obviously, I know that you do a lot when it comes to crypto. Like, I obviously only dabble in it. I know you've been doing like a lot of research, and I know you've done pretty well in the past. Tell them like a little bit about, like, you made some like pretty decent money, right?
Well, yeah, like I started back in 2018, dabbling around there, and I didn't commit to it, so I cashed everything out. Should have held on to some of them, but some of the coins that I had literally just crashed and burnt pretty much by the end of 2 years. So it was a waste of time. And then end of 2020, start of 2021, just started dabbling with it again, really, bits here and there. Luckily, I jumped on the dogecoin wave pretty much right at the start of January, and that just flew up, to be honest. Made some decent gains, cashed out like a good amount, bought a car, and then also a load of money as well. You win some, you lose some.
Cool. So look, how I sort of see this going is I've already put some money in this account, and what I'd like to do is just to get your opinion and to get you to sort of like walk through the app, and then for us to just go through and do a trade together as well, just because a lot of these type of videos, I think they'll show all of the theory, but they don't actually like go through and show you how to put a trade onto these platforms. So
basically with Binance, previously you was able to sort of deposit straight into it with your GBP. Certain banks in the UK, I don't even know if all of them are, can't deposit with your pounds. So if you want to deposit into Binance, you can use Coinbase or something else, purchase Bitcoin or something like that, and then just transfer it over. Once you got that in there, then you can sort of dabble with what you want to do. Literally, this is your homepage. If you just flicked your wallet, so that's your wallet, you have all your coins in here. So once you finally purchase something, it will display there. Currently, we've got 687 GBP. You spread the load. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because if that goes wrong, then you're sort of just downhill from there. But what I did back in January was I put about £200 Dogecoin, and that just flew up. So it can pay off, obviously, but obviously it's high risk, high reward sometimes. See how it goes, but I wouldn't spread it too much. Say if you've got like £200, maybe just get like 4 coins, £50 each, maybe. Right. Or if you really like one coin, whack it up to 100. If you just whack it all on one coin, it just takes for that coin just to go down like a considerable amount. You've just lost a lot of money. So spread the load. Don't spread it too much. You should be all right.
You know, we've got the money in the account. We're ready to go ahead and buy some coins. What do people do from this point?
All right. So you've got your money in your account. Go to markets, and then you can go on to not your favorites, or these are your favorites, but go on to spot. And then this is literally pretty much all the coins. However, these are all the coins that exchange with BNB, which is the Binance coin. And then you've got BTC, that is all the coins that exchange with Bitcoin, etc., etc. And then also fiat. So fiat is like GBP, euro, currency that we use. Flick to fiat.
Sure. So sorry, just I really want to dumb this down for people watching as well. So you're saying basically with all of these different subcategories, right, you're essentially trading that coin for what you're buying. So obviously by doing fiat, where you see the slash, obviously you can see like is that Australian dollar at the top there?
Yeah, so this will have all like it won't have every world currency, but have like the most, I'd say popular, the most used. So you have the Australian dollar, US dollar. So you'll find the most popular ones with the most money invested in, basically.
Like, what's your research process?
I don't go on Binance, basically. I go on a few other apps. I've got a few different sources. I use Reddit, I use Twitter, and then I also use CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. This is like your dictionary for crypto. Best way I can explain it.
Yeah, no, that's
so
good.
Literally, obviously, you've heard of Bitcoin. If you're like into crypto at the moment, that is the biggest cryptocurrency. It's what started it all off, and that is what is at the highest and has the most money in, basically. If you can see, it's ranked pointing upwards, and I think it's ranked by market cap. And basically, what market cap is basically the amount of coins there are multiplied by the price of it. So for Bitcoin, God knows how many coins there are, but it's like 48,000 at the moment. So that gives you a figure of 926 billion. And then so on and so on. It goes down: Ethereum, Binance Coin, Tether, etc., etc. So from here, I tend to just sort of go flick it upside down. So that little arrow go towards the bottom.
Oh, go to the bottom, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but it will just keep loading. Oh, you're on the app.
Yeah, I'm on the
So
app.
these ones, the web app's better, basically. If you go on here, you're capped at like 100 coins you can look at. When you go on the web app, you can literally look at everything that's listed there, basically. Yeah. It goes up to about, what, 3,000 maybe? I'm not too sure. And then I'll just sort of look there, really, see what coins are right, start doing a bit of research, search Twitter, see if there's any sort of hype around it, see what the team's like, if they've actually got a team, because the last thing you want is to get scammed and you don't want to lose your money. So we're going to go on, what should we go on? We go on Anchor, ANKR, second one at the bottom. So Anchor's a great sort of project. And then if you just go on all on the graph, so you can see how much growth that's had in what, a year? When's that date there? November 2020. So yeah, January. And then it just started flying up, really.
Started to fly up the beginning of this year, really.
Yeah, so ideally you want to catch it right before it flies up.
Yeah.
But realistically, it's going to be quite hard to find it, because by that point you'll see it'll be all over Twitter. It will be a lot more people invested in it, etc., etc. But for example, if you're wanting to invest in Anchor, you look at this graph, scroll down a little bit. So here you've got an all-time high of 22 cents, 22.5 cents. Where you're at the moment, if you scroll up, so you're way under the all-time high. So statistically, like there should be some good growth. We can go into sort of graphs at a later point, but to me, it looks like there's sort of like a slow upwards trend in the graph. Am I getting too technical?
No, not like, obviously I want to keep this basic, but if there's points where you want to like dig deeper into like more advanced stuff, then please feel free to do so. But obviously if you like noticing trends and stuff like that, drawing like lines and stuff on the graphs is obviously going to be a little bit too technical for this, I believe. But keep it very, very basic. Obviously you've got the graph, obviously, and like Dan said, like you can see trends Bitcoins, I think even that, you know, like looking at the fact that they've got an all-time high and then seeing that the number it's at now is below that, even that in itself can be sort of like an indication of this might be a good coin to buy, because it can go back to that all-time high, or if not beat it.
But if you're just looking at the past, like back in 29th of July on the graph, you got a big dip after the big high, basically, about there. So imagine that's the lowest point it's at the moment, basically. You have a sharp spike and then it goes low again on like just before the 10th of October. However, the 10th of October is higher than the low at the 29th of July.
Right. Yep.
So there's a slow upwards trend there. Okay. And then it fuddles around a bit and then it spikes again. A few weeks later, goes up nice and high, and then it comes back down again. Okay. And then just on the 22nd, right on the corner of the video, basically on the 22nd, there's another low point. But if you can just see, if you link them three up and just go in like a diagonal line, they're slowly going in upwards trend. So I think maybe in the next few months' time, you see another all-time high, maybe like a rough reading of like how it goes. But yeah, if you want to go take Anchor, we like Anchor, so we're going to go onto Binance. You are going to go on to just type in Anchor and see if it trades with GBP. All right, so here you've got 4 options to trade Anchor with. Okay, none of them are GBP. Right. So you've got Bitcoin, Binance Coin, I think that's, I don't know what BUSD means, and then USDT. So these 4, we don't have them for at the moment, but we need to either gain one of them 4 in order to trade with Anchor. So what we're going to do now, I like to just use Bitcoin really to keep it the same across the board. Sure. So if you just go back, close that down, back onto fiat, and then wherever Bitcoin is, I can't even see it.
So we're just going to want to buy like
just type in BTC, right? And then GBP maybe. No spare on the W. There you go. Click on that. And then this is the graph. This is sort of what you're going to see. To be technical, at the top, you've got line, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, and then more. Okay. Depending on which one of those you click, okay, each of the lines, so it'd be green or red, will be that time frame. So at the moment, we're in 4-hour time frames. These are called candlesticks, by the way. If you go on 15 minutes, the graph will look a little bit different. So it looks completely different. And then 1 day, completely different again. So yeah, these are different time frames. So we won't get too much into that, or do you want to go into it?
No, feel free to go into it. Obviously, I know that when you go into 1 day, each candlestick represents 1 day, right? And obviously if you then go to 4 hours, each individual candlestick represents 4 hours as well, because that's something I was confused with at the start.
I don't know if you can zoom in on these, but let's just look at, if you just scroll to the right, there we go, that'll be perfect. So we're going to look at the one with the 37,378 point blah blah blah. So that one it's pointing to is the red candlestick. You'll have a spike poking out the end of it, which will mean that'll be the highest point that it traded within them 4 hours. You'll have a spike at the bottom of it, which means the lowest point you traded within those hours. So in that 4-hour time frame, we traded at a high of 37,000 basically. But at the end of the 4-hour period, so when it closed, it was where that red solid block is. So basically, you're going to have 3 different colors of lines on your screen. They differ in moving averages. I don't know what settings that you have on yours.
725 and 99.
Basically, they're on average overall. As a rule of thumb, you don't want the, I think that's blue. I can't really see it on my screen. You don't want that higher than the other 2, because if it's higher, it tends to go down. So if you just sort of zoom out, so we had a big drop off there. And it's just been on like a steady decrease the whole time, basically. The yellow line will hug quite close to it because it's got a smaller day average than the other 2. The larger the day average, the less it's going to sort of go like that, basically. At this point here, where these sort of points are getting close to each other and about to start crossing over, would be sort of a good time to invest. Look at like the volume as well. So you've got the volume at the bottom. So the green means it's sort of high, red means it's sort of down. So it seems like it's good amount of volume. I'd invest in it.
Right, cool. But we're buying this just to trade the other coin anyway, though, right?
Yes.
Well, right, so let's go through and buy it so you can walk everyone through how to actually buy it.
All right, so we're going to go and buy. All right, so currently we've got no orders open. Options here, it depends if you want to buy quickly. So you could just buy market. So if you buy a market, you'll buy at the price it is at the moment. You won't be setting a price. You'll just be buying instantly. Click the 100% mark. Don't buy anything just yet. So So 687, you haven't got a guaranteed price yet, but it will be roughly the price it is that you see on the left. So 36,686. If you wanted to sort of push your luck and try and get a higher price, go on to limit. So where it says market, you can click limit, and then where it says the price, basically, you can increase that price and set an order for someone else to buy. However, there's no guarantee of that order getting filled. However, for Bitcoin, if you don't set the price too high right now, it most likely get filled. But the aim for us at the moment is not to buy Bitcoin to hold. We're buying it just for the purpose of getting Anchor.
Yeah.
So I'd go back to market.
Put 50% into Anchor, and then let's go and find another coin as well and put 50%.
All right. So we've set market, we've set 50%. So we will roughly get £343.70 worth of Bitcoin. There will be like a small fee involved. However, that'll be really sort of small, be like a few pounds.
What happens from now? I've hit buy, it's gone through.
So you haven't lost your money, don't worry. If you just go onto your wallet, so the bottom right hand corner. So there you go. We got £685.82 worth of Bitcoin at the current price, which is like 0.18. Yeah.
And why has 32p of it stayed in Great British pound?
I'm just guessing that it didn't get filled. Basically, for whatever reason, they've just not done it. But you can sort of convert stuff to BNB, like your smaller assets. It says it right there. You can do that at a later date and just sort of buy back sort of crumbs that left over. So now we've got Bitcoin. We can go back onto markets and then just type in Anchor, and then we can click Bitcoin at the bottom. All right, so now we're on Anchor. Go on to buy on the bottom, and then from here we can either buy in at a lower price if you want to go for that, or same again as Bitcoin, you can buy in at market and just buy in instantly, basically. If you just want to go to limit, and we'll show the other way of doing it. So currently it's trading at whatever, how many digits that is, 217 Bitcoin. So this is all done in Bitcoin, basically. And then we're going to go 50% of our Bitcoin. We're going to trade for Anchor. Do you want to go 217? Keep it 217. And then for Anchor, we'd get 4,311. So we could just hit buy right now. There's your order waiting to be filled. And you can see there's a little yellow arrow on the left now. Depending on the amount of volume going through at the moment, it will get filled quickly or it won't, basically. It's just sort of a waiting game. And this is why it depends what sort of mood you're in. If you want to be patient and just sort of wait for it. If you're looking to hold on for it for a long time, then maybe you just want to hit a limit. But it's completely up to you, really. It's your decision.
Let's say, for example, someone wanting to day trade for this. Obviously, when you're day trading, it's probably going to be better off to go at the market price, right? Because you're going to be buying at what you see it, and then you probably want to sell it when you see it.
No, if you're doing day trading, you want to be getting it at the lowest price possible. So market, you won't be getting it at when you see it, because you may get it at the price it says there. However, there's no guarantee that you will.
Looking at it kind of thing.
Yeah. So if you set your price that we have at 217 now, we're only going to buy at that sort of price point. And then you could set yourself targets like, I want to hit a 5% increase in this coin today, and then I'm going to sell it instantly. So you could just sort of calculate 5% on top of 217, and then you could set a sell order as well at a limit. And then ideally you're getting the best price that you think you can, basically, by using the limit option rather than the market option. Completely up to you. But I like using market. I use market quite often. I'm just lazy.
Yeah, that's the same.
I don't day trade, to be fair.
I've always used market, to be fair.
Maybe February or Jan, Doge flew to 10,000% in the middle of the night. I missed it. I missed that, and that was the highest point it went for a while, to be fair. And I could have sold it all, but I missed it all. I was asleep. All the people from Asia just smashing out the exchanges at that point. So I missed out on that. If I had a limit going on and just sold it, then I'd have had a higher price, but it's not the end of the world.
So with that being said, just because I know there will be a lot of people that want to do that and kind of not play it safe, but also not miss out on those sort of opportunities, rather than waiting to see it then set it at market, right? So let's imagine that we want to set that up with Anchor now. We're going to sell this when it does get to a certain price. How would you sort of do that?
I've literally just calculated it. 217, 5% on top of that's roughly 228. If we're going for 5%, day trading, that's sort of good gains, I'd say. Go on to markets again. Just type in Anchor, BTC, sell. Okay, make sure you hit limit instead of market at the top. Right now, we could sell Anchor for 217, or 217 Satoshis, but we don't really want to do that. We're going to go for a target of 228. So bump up the price price to 228. Yeah, it depends how much you want to sell, really. If you want to just go completely in and out, just whack 100%, there you're done. You've made your 5% gains and you're out of it, really. Or you could sell a little bit and just hold on. So you could sell 25%, hold on to the other 75 that you've got, and just wait to see if it goes any higher. The world's your oyster, really. You can do what you like.
If you guys enjoyed this video, you will really benefit from going and watching this video where I talk more about money in general and why it is super important for you to be investing and changing your mindset when it comes to money. So go check the video out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.